Packers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
What? 180!
Boston Scott, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Boston Scott, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll run here with Lindsey. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
Let's go, baby. First and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here stopped it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, the 20. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 81 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Out of the gun. Gone. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. But it'll be second and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll come out in the pistol. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So the Broncos coming out now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I've...
And he coughed it up! And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Goff now looks to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Super one.
On second and 10, gone. And this one complete to Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. goes. It's a sack. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. I got you. I got you.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Mike, 53. Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 53 to Mike. 50.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground.
On 3rd down, Scott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
You can't block me.
Now it's Jackson. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards, but it brings up 3rd down.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson going deep downfield for Roll. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain, and it's 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Gall. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Packers. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
You know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination. But now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
41 Mike. 41 Mike.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Gary and Conley. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
180. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
They'll run on first down. Scott fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll fake the give. Now gone. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Devin White. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now third down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. High throw, but the catch is made. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Hines. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Second and 5 now. Jackson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before break here. Gone. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They run with Hines. And now the ball's out. Fumbled near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety. 81.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, it's Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Phillip Lindsey, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
On first down, it's Scott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To try again after the sack. Goff. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick 6 for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We go. 20.
59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Value 3. Value 3.
Now Goff. Smith catches left side. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun. Goff. Flush to his right. The open man is Smith. And some space here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Obama. Hey, Alpha.
I got it. Check. 53.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Value 3.
He's coming, double up. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Under 10. 10. Whip. Watch the whip. Shoot. Switch.
They'll run it with Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. What a stand so far defensively. And now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Check, 59.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now Jackson back into his end zone, and he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. 56 to Muck, boy, 56.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. It's complete to Chris Conley. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
53, check 53.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line.
We go. 180.
Mike. 65, 65. 65. SOS.
Super one.
SOS. 53 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, gone. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Lift.
Now it's gone. This is caught by Robinson. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control.
A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Like 20.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Hey, defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
11, 10.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Gone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Wait, 20.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Super. Go.
Goff throwing again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11.
59. Mike to 59. So don't say nothing.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Denver, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,